What role do you think our values play in relationship to our depression? There was a study done on 192 students who kept a mood diary, and they would record different emotions and also different physical symptoms twice a day, like backache or pain. When the results were worked out, it showed that there was a much higher rate of depression among students who were more materialistic. But there's something even more interesting than that. It was more than even emotional distress. They felt more physical distress. They were sicker, angrier, and had much difficulty feeling joy or happiness, but they did feel more despair. Something about having values revolved around money, possessions, or appearance deeply affected their day-to-day lives. Their quality of life went way down. The question is, what motivates you? Now stick with me, there are different ways we're motivated. One way is called intrinsic motivation, and the other is extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is things that you do simply because you value it in and of itself, but has nothing to do with what you get from it. It's simply because you love it. Extrinsic motivation is the things you do because you get something from it. Money for a job you don't like, example. We all have both of these values and motivations in our lives. We are driven by both of them at different times. Someone can do the same thing for different motivations. Imagine a painter. If they are painting simply because they love to paint, then that is intrinsic motivation. If they are painting just because they have to sell enough paintings to pay rent, then it is extrinsic motivation. There's an interesting thing that came about this study when it was done. Those who accomplished their goals that were motivated by extrinsic motivation experienced absolutely no increase in joy whatsoever. Zero. Things like getting a promotion, a brand new phone, good grades, getting into college, winning a championship. It didn't increase joy one bit, but if all they wanted to do was appear to look more successful or drive a car that people would respect them for. Being materialistic in reasons you pursue your goals and put your energy into is a junk value. Instead of having truly meaningful values, we have junk values. It's like always eating nothing but fast food. You will not be healthy if all you do is eat McDonald's. Materialism is McDonald's for the soul. In Matthew 6:1-4, Jesus says, "Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. When you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you." The hypocrites were doing something because they wanted to be recognized for their holiness. Jesus is saying that we should not be doing good deeds with the selfish motive of getting attention or reward from it, but instead we should be doing it from our hearts. When we have junk values in our life, it seeps into every area. Materialistic people are shown to have shorter relationships that are incredibly low quality, have much more sensitive egos, and have a lower sense of self-worth. What we really need are connections. We need to attach our values that are worth attaching ourselves to. We are told to work more, earn more, spend more, accomplish more, but these values distract us from what's really important in life. So what matters to you? I mean, what truly matters to you? Are you setting up your life in a way that gives you a higher chance of success at actually pursuing what really matters to you? Are you hanging out with the right people who you love and who love you? Are you pursuing a God who deeply loves and cares for you? Or are you more concerned about feeling like you've made it? Through doing life together, reconnecting with other people, rethinking what our real values are, and how we can reattach to things that really matter, loving God and loving others, we can begin to fight against our junk values and dig a tunnel back towards meaningful values.